you doing? My name is Lady Weirdness, and welcome back to Harmonia! It's really exciting. So far, we have woken up from cryosleep. We collapsed trying to travel across a desolate apocalyptic landscape to search for a human life. We got found by this girl, Shiona, who rescued us. And we've kind of been just hanging out with her. So let's keep going. Alright. I placed my dish into Shiona's outstretched hand. Please, of course, just a moment. With a joking tone to her voice, Shiona went to the soup pot. But why was she calling the soup orange? Puapua was an onomatopoeia, so I kind of understood it. When you eat warm things, you get warm. It was this warm, toasty sensation. Puapua. But why orange? Here you go. I was thinking all this while looking at the milky white soup Shiona had placed in front of me. Shiona, why do you call this soup orange? It's white, isn't it? He'd like to know why? Shiona said with a slightly impish smile. She's so cute. I really would. Please tell me. Teasing me, Shiona put a spoonful of soup into her mouth. Eating this soup makes you feel warm, right? Yes, my body feels really warm. That's why you call it puapua, right? Your body, yes, but also here. Shiona placed a hand on her chest. Slowly, she closed her eyes. Deep inside, your soul gets warm and pleasant, like the color orange. Deep inside, my soul? Following her lead, I placed my own hand on my chest. However, all I could feel were the parts necessary for my life functions. Our feelings have various colors and shapes. This soup makes our souls feel orange. Shiona laughed. But I still didn't understand what she was saying. I wonder if it was because my emotions were still broken. Or maybe To take my mind off it, I continued to pour the soup into my body. But I never felt any orange feeling. Are you full? Shiona asked just as I was draining the rest of the soup from my bowl. My stomach was indeed full, physically. Yes, completely full. That's good. Hey, Ray, I have something to ask of you. Yes? I had a strong reaction to what she had said. Asking me to do something means she wants me to be useful, which makes it almost like an order. Shiona was asking me to help her. I'm going to go shopping. Can you help? There's a lot to buy and it's hard to carry. Of course, leave it to me. If I was helpful to Shiona, then that could only mean my existence had meaning. What are you going to buy? Food, supplies, let's just say a lot of stuff. Where are you going to shop? MADD store. It's about a 10-minute walk from here. Got it. Well, let's go. Right away? Isn't it bad for you to move around a lot after eating? I wasn't sure, but apparently it was. We decided to wait an hour before going, and we spent the time relaxing after our meal. Exactly 1 hour later, we left to go do some shopping. The outside air was dusty and made each breath hurt the back of my throat. The air was so laden with dust and grit that it occasionally got in my eyes. The sky above was filled with thick black clouds without a hint of blue. It seems Shiona's home in the church was actually on the outskirts of town. Whoa. Isn't that? Walking a bit from the house, a vast expanse of reddish earth could be seen. Now that I think of it, were you the one who carried me here after I collapsed?
そうよ。町の人にも手伝ってもらったけどね。でもびっくりしたよ。何もないところで倒れてるんだもの。
Yeah, that's right. The townspeople also helped me, but I was shocked. How could you have fallen in a place like this? There's nothing here. Well, I was hungry while walking, and then I just went down, I guess.
そっか。私が見つけられてよかったよ。
I see. I'm glad I found you. But how exactly did you find me anyway? Did you have any reason to be out here at all?
霊が倒れていたすぐ近くに廃工場があるの。そこがゴミ捨て場になってるんだ。
Right near where you were lying was an abandoned factory. It's now a garbage dump. So you just found me by accident while you were throwing your trash away?
そうよ。ゴミを捨てたら霊を拾ったの。
Yeah, that's right. I went to throw something away, but I came back with you. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. Town! After walking a bit, houses and shops started appearing. It started to look like a town. As I walked, the number of people steadily increased compared to the total absence earlier.
こんにちは、おじいちゃん。
Hello, sir. She already started talking to an elderly man. Oh, if it isn't Shiona. Hello, you look beautiful as always.
ありがとうございます。メガネの調子はどうですか？
Thank you. How are your glasses working? They've been working great since you polished the lenses.
そうですか。それは良かったです。
Is that so? That's good then. It's a good thing that young boy also made a good recovery. Sorry, I'm not good with impressions.
本当に？
It sure is. Please pause them again if my eyes get worse, okay?
もちろんです。
Of course. I started thinking as soon as we left the old man. Was I that young boy he was talking about? Then someone called out to Shiona. Oh, is that you, Shiona? This time it was a woman. A human, middle-aged woman. She was a lot bigger than Shiona.
こんにちは。その後の腰のお加減どうですか？
Hello, how's your back feeling today? Way better than before. You really saved me back there. Thank you.
いえいえ。いつでも買い物が必要だったら言ってください。買いに行きますから。
It was nothing. If you need help with shopping, just tell me. I'll take care of it. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm glad that young boy is feeling better. Hey everyone, Shiona's here. As soon as that larger middle-aged woman raised her voice, a swarm of children gathered.
みんな、こんにちは。
Hello everyone. It's Shiona. Shiona. Can I come over for soup again?
もちろんよ。待ってるね。
Of course, any time is fine. Your soup is so good! Let's go tomorrow!
はいはい、たくさん作って待ってるね。
Alright, I'll be sure to make a lot then. I'm glad he's feeling better. Me too. Me three. Shiona kept smiling at them. And as they saw their face, they returned her smiles with their own. I just gazed at her from the side. I felt as though I could look at that smile forever. Oh, I guess that young boy is feeling better, huh? Again, someone called out to her. A respectable-looking man with a stiff posture. He was holding a camera.
おかげさまで。レイ、写真屋さんの館長さんだよ。レイを一緒に教会まで運んでくれた人なの。
Yep, thanks to you. Ray, this is the owner of the photo studio. He helped bring you to the church. It was nothing, really. I just wanted to be of assistance. Shiona was adored by these people. They didn't think twice about wanting to help her. But I'm glad he's feeling better after that. So, what do you think? How about I take a photo commemorate your recovery?
もう写真屋さんったら会うたびにそればっかり。レイ、どうする？
Every time I see you, that's all you think about. Ray, what do you think? A photograph. I thought of the pictures in the living room. In it, Shiona was standing next to her brother. I imagined myself in his place and somehow found myself wanting a photo like that. Alright, if it's okay.
レイ、撮りたいの？だったらいいよ。
Ray, you really want to? That's fine then. I stood next to Shiona in the street. The photographer aimed his camera and moved a lever with his right hand. I could hear the sound of something being wound. Shiona, what's that sound?
フィルムを巻き取る音だよ。
It's the sound of the film being wound. Film? The cameras I knew about had optical lenses where the scenery was saved in a digital form. Analog devices and exposure material like film that photos were projected onto were things I only knew academically. I knew it was a system from a past era and that the process called developing took a lot of time and effort. It was highly insufficient. Why can't he take digital photos?
デジタルは電気を使うからね。
Bump the
今では
camera.
あまり使われていないの。だけどフィルムならエネルギーを使わずに撮れて現像もできるから便利なの。
Because digital photos require electricity, and it's not used so much nowadays. But with film, you can take photos without using energy, so it's pretty convenient. That's right, the photo in Shiona's house was on paper. I guess that energy supplies had changed since the world I knew existed. Or maybe it was just in this town. While I was thinking that, I looked toward the camera lens in front of me. The photographer had plenty of time to take the photo, but he hadn't moved at all. Actually, he furrowed his eyebrows. You're too far apart. Move closer together, please. There was an unnatural space between me and Shiona. Her face got bigger. As I was fixated on what the photographer said, Shiona smiled and closed the space between us. I felt a great warmth when our skin touched. Alright, here we go. Say cheese! I still couldn't manage to smile. Of course, I was sure Shiona had no problem smiling. I knew even without looking at her. Okay, you're done. I'll send the photo when it's finished. After saying our thanks, we headed off towards our destination. Then, on the way, we passed through the town plaza. there weren't many people there. I felt like they made a mistake calling this place a plaza.
前はね、ここにたくさんの人がいたんだ。だけどね、今ではもうご覧の通り。
A lot of people used to come here before, but as you can see, times have changed. Shiona smiled with a certain sadness. She didn't have to say why. I already knew. It was obviously tied to the diminished population.
みんなね、あんまり外に出てこなくなっちゃったの。
Nobody really goes outside anymore. Is it because of the dirty air?
それもある。でも怖いんじゃないかな。
That's one reason, but I feel like they might be scared. Scared? Of what?
知らない？近くの町で襲撃があったの。
You mean you don't know? Neighboring towns were assaulted. No, I didn't know that. What type of assault?
水を求めて乱暴な人たちが町を荒らして回っているらしいの。
It seems that bandits have been going around destroying towns looking for water. For water?
そうよ。生きていくためには水が必要だし、その水が出るのは場所が決まってるから。
Yeah, water is necessary to live, and there are specific places where water comes from. I recalled the barren land I walked before reaching this town. It seemed that this place still had a clean water source somehow. And of course, there would also be humans after it. So limited resources lead to conflicts. Shiona responded with a mournful laugh.
でもね、私は前みたいな街に戻ってほしいの。みんなが楽しく笑って過ごせていたあの頃に。
But I want the town to go back to those times. Times where people could live in happiness and safety. I didn't know when those times referred to for Shiona. But I understood the idea. There was a lonely expression on Shiona's face. I felt certain that during those times, Shiona had never made this face. If we could restore those times, maybe Shiona would smile forever. But if that was the case, what could I do to help? There was no way for me to answer that question at the time.
レイ、着いたよ。
Ray, we're here. After hearing her voice, I realized we had arrived at the shop. Compared to the surrounding buildings, the shop seemed abnormally old. The obviously handwritten MADD shop sign made the shop's condition clear. It was dark inside and difficult to see in. Shiona, this is the shop?
そうよ。品揃えが素晴らしいの。鉛筆1本から重工具まで何でも揃っているのよ。
Yep, this is the place. They have a great selection from pencils to heavy tools. They carry pretty much everything. Try as I might, I just couldn't see what she was talking about. The atmosphere was fitting for monsters or something to have been living inside. Hey Shiona, what kind of person is this mad fellow anyway?
赤くてチクチクしている人。だけどとってもいい人よ。
Well, he's red and kind of fiery, but he's a really great person. Well, that seemed like something she would say. I got a really bad feeling from it. But there was no turning back. I made up my mind and stepped into the shop. Guess we're meeting MADD. The inside was very dimly lit, and as I had seen from outside. The inside was coated in dust, and it seemed like he hadn't cleaned it in a long time. It was completely different from Shiona's house. Even the food and items on the shelf were covered with a thin layer of dust. Was he seriously running a shop like this? It seemed wrong.
マッドさん、こんにちは。 こんにちは。
Hello, Matt. Are you there? Nobody seemed to answer Shiona's call.
留守なのかな。おかしいな。いつもはあの椅子にふんぞり返ってるのに。
I guess he's not here. That's strange. He would always get up from that chair to greet me. Right where Shiona pointed was a chair next to the cash register. The chair had a slight bend to it, which gave a hint to how big MADD was. Shiona, is it okay to just enter like this?
大丈夫。マッドさんとは仲良しだから。レイ、店の中見てきて。
Don't worry, I'm friends with MADD. Ray, why don't you come inside the shop? I went along with it and walked inside. There were a lot of food items in the front, but traveling towards the back, there was much, much more. From writing utensils to tools and machine parts, it seemed as if he had just picked up these things and put them on display. There were even broken things on display, and several things I wasn't sure were for sale. It really looked like a scrapyard, however, one thing did catch my eye. On top of something was like a disc. There were these strange moving needles. It looked like it would fit perfectly in my hands. I knew what it was, of course, but it was the first time I had seen one. It was an analog tool for telling time, made from an uncountable number of gears. The clock! It was powered by electricity or a spring. A tool to tell time. Without a doubt, the digital versions were far superior. They could receive waves from satellites or from all over the world that allowed to perfect timekeeping. More than anything, analog devices were subject to a lot of imprecise elements, and the slight pull of Earth's gravity also affected them. That's why using an analog clock would give you inaccurate times. But that was the kind of clock that was hanging here. Was it for sale? Curious, I extended my hands toward the clock. It was lighter than I expected. The second hand was moving steadily. A spring mechanism protruded from the back. So it didn't need electricity. This clock was moving solely due to the spring apparatus. I wound up the spring. Crank, crank. I felt the spring inside the clock being wound up. It felt like I was breathing life into the device. Then something happened. Uh-oh. Ka-chunk! It made a dull noise in my hands. It didn't sound good. It probably shouldn't have made that noise. Just like that, the steadily moving second hand stopped cold. I hurriedly tried to wind the spring. Suddenly, I heard a crunch. After that, the spring wouldn't turn. Oh, he overwound it. Oh shit, what? You bastard! Just what the hell do you think you're doing? Like a thunderclap, a booming voice came from behind, startled me. Turning around, I saw a large, enraged-looking guy standing there. His face was beet red. Oh crap! In your hands! He was so angry he couldn't get the words out. He pointed to the clock in my hands. I'm going to guess this is MADD! This had to be MADD. He kept his sharp eyes fixed on me. This? Looking into MADD's eyes, I was unable to speak. It was like he was already strangling me. My legs shivered. I couldn't move an inch. God, he's scary. Break? Did you freaking break that? Did I break it? Could I have possibly done such a thing? While I considered this, he loomed forward with a giant step and violently grabbed my collar. His rough fists were pushing into my throat. I could hardly breathe. The clock in my hands fell to the ground. I could hear the crash of the delicate metal parts flying in all directions. Dude, you made me drop it! Not my fault! You! Gripping my collar, he dragged me through the store. Oh no, don't kill me! Due to our difference in height, I had to try my best just to touch the ground. Oh, damn. Of course, I couldn't put up any fight. Get the hell out of my shop! I'm sorry, this is funny. And upon saying that, he threw me right out the shop. Dang! For an instant, I was floating through the air. Oh, the sound effects. I ended up landing directly on my back. Poor A. For a few seconds, I lost consciousness and even stopped breathing. Oh, dang it. I could even make out the glaring visage of MADD staring me down from within my upside-down view of the world. Don't ever step foot in my shop ever again, you got it, punk? And if I ever catch you... What is that noise? Oh, dang. MADD then took a metal pipe that had been nearby and bent it like it was rubber. Oh, dang. This guy is scary. Oh! This'll be you if I ever catch you again. That look in his face. Oh my god, that's super scary. He threw the pipe and it landed next to me with a heavy thud. The wooden boards creaked under MADD's weight as he returned inside. Oh man, he nearly killed us. Catching my breath, I got up while holding my hurt back and rested it against the MADD shop sign. I could barely stand. Couldn't make sense of what just happened. Why did MADD do that? And what was wrong with my body? Finally, Shiona came. Shiona, he nearly killed me! Ray, are you okay? After coming closer, she worriedly began rubbing my back. Are you alright? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. It's still a bit difficult to breathe, but the pain is slowly going away. I'm so sorry. I got distracted with something and... Are you really okay? You're really pale. Pale? I touched my cheeks. They seem normal to me. That must have been really scary. Scary? Yeah, I mean, your face is pale and your body was so stiff you couldn't even move, right? She was right. I couldn't move because MADD's aggressive demeanor froze me in place. It all made sense. So that was what fear was like. Even so, why did he do that? I don't know. I was just touching the clock. I held my still shaking right hand with my left, as though restraining it. I was interested in how it worked, but when I touched it, it seemed like I broke it, and... I see. And so then MADD got angry, huh? Anger. so the expression on his face was anger. I had learned about emotion for the first time. Also, I had learned that fear accompanies anger. But why did MADD get so angry? There was only one thing I could think of. Perhaps I really did break the clock. It was inside his shop, so it must have been MADD's property, which meant that MADD became angry because I broke something that was his property. Did that mean I would get angry if something of mine were broken? But I still didn't really understand the feeling. I didn't know what was important to me, so of course it hadn't been broken. So that's why I couldn't understand MADD's anger. Also, I still didn't understand what the emotion was needed for. What was anger necessary for? Hey Shiona, what is anger?
怒る？どうかな？わからない。私ほとんど怒らないから。マットさんはいつも怒っているけど。
Anger? How do I explain? Yeah, about that. I don't really get angry, so I don't know. But I guess MADD is angry all the time. So MADD is always like that?
そうよ。いつもチクチクしてて赤いでしょ?
Yeah, he sure is. Like I said, red and fiery, right? I suppose fiery is a good definition, and his face certainly was red. Doesn't he get tired from being so mad all the time?
さあ、どうだろう。でも、怒るっていう感情も大切なのよ。
That's a good question, but being angry is also important, you know? Being angry is? How so? For behavior that intimidated one's enemies. But how is that necessary in the relationships binding humans together? A smile like Shiona's would lead to better relationships than a feeling like that would.
だってそれだけ何か大切なものを守ろうとしていたってことなんだから。
Well, it shows how important the thing you're trying to protect is. For protecting important things?
そうよ。だってマッドさん、意味もなく怒ってないでしょ？大切なものが壊れたからだよね。
Yeah, like MADD didn't get angry for no reason at all, right? It's because something important to him broke. Ah, yeah, that's right. But I thought he was just mad because it broke.
確かにそれでも怒るけど、でもそれ以上に大切にしていた気持ちが重要なの。
Well, sure, people get angry for that, but the feeling of valuing something is more important than anything else. Feeling?
そう。気持ちを動かすのは気持ちなの。
That's right. Feelings drive other feelings. Shiona gently took my hands into hers as she spoke.
マッドさん、拾ってきたものを直して売ってるの。物を大切にしてほしいという気持ちでね。
See, MADD fixes and sells the things he picks up. That's because he feels that we should treat things well. Oh, I see. So that's why he... Suddenly I felt uneasiness growing in my chest. It felt terrible, like something was jabbing me in the chest. What should I do? What should I say to MADD?
今思っていることを素直に言えばいいよ。大丈夫。私もついていくから。
You should tell him exactly what you're thinking. I'm going with you, so don't worry. Oh, great. We have to go see him again. Don't let him kill me, Shiona! Shiona pushed me from behind, and I entered MADD's shop for a second time. From the chair near the register, MADD leaned his head back and looked at me. He gazed at me with the fury of 1,000 suns.
おいお前、さっきの言葉忘れたのか?
Sorry, adjusting. What did I just tell you? Did you forget already? I felt as if I should just run away, but behind me, I had Shiona. She was there, so I was able to face him without fleeing. I'm sorry I broke your clock. I struggled to even choke out that much. Matt stared at me for a few moments, clicked his tongue, then folded his arms.
二度と来るなと言ったはずだ。
I could have sworn I told you not to come back again. Without knowing it, I was already backing up, but Shiona reassuringly placed her hand on my back.
大丈夫。あれはそこまで言うのなら許してやるって意味だから。
Don't worry, what he means is that if you really mean it, then I forgive you. I was really taken back by the fact that his expression and words didn't match at all. No way, he's still mad.
大丈夫大丈夫。いつもの優しい顔してるよ。
I said don't worry, look, he has a very kind expression on his face. You call that kind? I really had no idea what she was talking about. Even then, he looked like he was going to jump out of his chair and sink his fangs into my neck.
それで、お前ら何の用だ?
Alright, just what do you guys want? I was shivering in terror, and his tone left me wanting to slink away into the darkness. Right away, Shiona began interpreting for
い
me.
らっしゃいませ。何かご用ですか？だよ。
He said, welcome, what can I do for you?
まさか、用もないのに来たわけじゃないだろうな。
Did you guys seriously come here for no reason?
せっかく来てくれたからゆっくり見ていってください。
Well, since you came all the way here, please just hang out and check out the store.
おっと、お前ら絶対にその棚には近寄るんじゃねえぞ。いいな。
Oh, you guys are absolutely not allowed to go near that shelf, got it?
本日のおすすめは棚の中です。ご自由にご覧ください。
Today's specials are on that shelf. Won't you take a gander? This didn't seem right at all. There was no way that's what he meant. Shiona, I think you got it all wrong. Matt is still very angry. Let's go home already.
大丈夫だよ。見てて。
Don't worry, just watch. The fearless Shiona walked right up to Matt.
こんにちは、マッドさん。今日は食料を買いに来たんです。おすすめは？
Good afternoon, Matt. We came today to buy some food. Do you have any recommendations?
食料？ここには豚の餌しかねえよ。ほら、そこの棚だ。せいぜい畜生のように食うんだな。
Food? All I have is pig's feet. Just look on that shelf over there. At least you get to eat like an animal.
そうですか。どうもありがとうございます。
Ah, I see. All right, thanks. Softly smiling, Shiona walked over to the shelf Mad pointed out. She took out some sliced turkey and some smoked cheese.
マッドさん、スープの材料が欲しいんですが。
Hey, Mad, we're looking for some soup ingredients.
スープだ？いいご身分になったもんだ。ほら、お前にはこの程度で十分だ。
Soup? Isn't soup a bit too fancy for the likes of you? What you've got there is plenty. Mad then reached under the counter and pulled out a can of food. The can was brand new and didn't fit with the interior of the shop.
こんなに高級なのよく手に入りましたね。すごく嬉しいです。
Wow, where did you get such a luxurious item? This is great!
そんなので喜ぶなんて哀れだな。処分のついでだ。俺もくれてやる。
You're sad if I'm finding something like this luxurious. I'm throwing this away, so just get rid of it for me.
フルーツの缶詰、いいんですか？もらっちゃって。
A can of sliced fruit! Is it really alright to take this? I mean, I will, but...
せい、ゴミの処分をしてくれるならこっちの都合がいいだけだよ。
Shut up already! I told you I was throwing it away, so you're doing me a favor.
ありがとうございます。食べ物をいただいたので掃除をして帰りますね。
Thank you so much. Since you gave us some food, please allow us to clean up before we leave.
掃除はこの間してくれたばっかりだ。その時の分の礼が今日のだ。
But you just cleaned recently, So just consider today thanks for Leah's time.
でもそれにしてはもらったものが多すぎます。何かお手伝いを。
But we'd be taking too much if we did that. Please let us help somehow.
いいって言ってるのが聞こえねえのか。おっとと帰りやがれ。
Oh dear. I just said don't worry about it. What are you, deaf? Just go home already.
はい、ありがとうございます。また来ますね。
Okay. Thank you again. We'll come back soon. Shiona gave a slight bow to MADD and then left the shop. I left the shop right behind her. I noticed as I was leaving that MADD was glancing at me. But he didn't say anything. I just left things at that and departed the shop.
ね、チクチクしているけど、とってもいい人だったでしょ。
So, he's a bit fiery, but he's actually a nice guy, right? I guess so.
どうしたの、レイ？
What's wrong, Ray? Shiona, is it fun talking to MADD?
とっても。いつもマッドさんは親切に教えてくれるの。
Yes, he's always nice to me. Oh, I see. No matter how I looked at it, it seemed like they were having two separate conversations. So that was like normal conversation for the two of them. I guess I still have a lot to learn.
レイ、今日はごちそうにしようね。
Ray, let's have a feast today. A feast? Is today an important day or something? I had faint memories on the issue. On a special day or an anniversary, humans had a tradition of celebrating by eating things they normally couldn't.
そう、大切な日。だって今日はレイと出会えた日だもの。
That's right, it's an important day. I met you today after all. Is it? Is it really okay to have a feast for that?
それだけじゃないよ。出会えたことは素晴らしい奇跡だよ。
It's way more than just that. Meeting you is an amazing miracle. Just saying that, Shiona smiled softly. And we're gonna stop it there! Wow! Okay, so everybody else in town is super nice, but MADD is like crazy. Oh my gosh, that was scary. And then see how Shiona and him got along is like, what? But I guess, as long as he doesn't attack us again, I guess we'll be okay. Maybe he'll kind of grow to be a bit nicer to us the longer we spend time in town. But I'm kind of glad Shiona was there. Anyway, find out what happens next time. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, high five that like button, like a pro, and I will see all you guys in the next video. Bye!